High in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, the season finds its final chapter, the Lake Superior Performance Rally. A place where the roads are fast, the forests blaze with color, and the air carries the edge of winter. Budgets are thin and teams are tired, but with this being their final chance, nobody is willing to let up.
Really just want to have one solid finish so it's not more DNFs than finishes.
Definitely we're here to have fun and just make sure we finish the rally.
Because we have zero pressure. Henry and I actually have zero pressure.
Chris Cyr has already claimed the title, but this rally isn't about points anymore. It's about pride, passion, and one last chance to chase the perfect run.
Nobody's ever had a perfect event where you win, there's no such thing.
This is LSPR. The season's final rally begins under the lights. At Fox Marquette Subaru, teams gather for the first park expose. Fresh from their final day of recce, drivers and co-drivers arrive to greet the fans and prepare for what lies ahead.
This is a brutal rally. I've got by far the most of all my DNFs. I think more than half of them came from here. And a lot of times there's just something crazy happens.
We are racing the national L2 class this weekend in LSPR because unfortunately we had some trouble at testing with our Audi A1 for the RC2 class. So we asked somebody from the shop to haul up from Kentucky with our Fiesta L2 car, and I haven't driven it in a year, but we're gonna see. Last time I was here we did pretty well, so we're gonna see if the speed is still there.
Coming into LSPR, our goals for this weekend, really we can't improve our standings too much by this point, barring the misfortune of some of our competitors. So I'm not the type of driver that's going to wish that on them.
I will.
He will.
This event definitely ranks up there. I find myself, at least on recce, really comfortable with a lot of the aspects. It's very fast. It's very flowy. It's all the things that I really enjoy out of any event, whether it's road racing, whether it's rally. It's a really good test of everything that we've been working on for the entire year.
Fourth rally of the year, finished the first 100 Acre Wood decently well, then had 2 DNFs after that at Sofer and Over Mountain. Really just want to have one solid finish so it's not more DNFs than finishes for the year.
I think these stages just have great flow, and We've been working on our notes a lot this year, and I think these are the best notes we've ever had. The car feels amazing. Got a little upgrade since Southern Ohio. The OEM BRZ TS wing, that should make me even faster. So
Really, we're just coming out here to have some fun and try and raise our speed factor for starting the next season off next year. So.
This event's great because we have zero pressure. Henry and I actually have zero pressure. Technically, we can battle for this, but unless he DNFs and I win the event, we can only tie in points. There's no pressure for either of us to win the event, to beat the other person. It's go out and have a good time and really just kind of see where we stack up.
We're from the same family, but we do things differently, and that's what makes it special. Is even though we're different, we can still sit around the table at the end of the day, compare our notes, compare our stories, and that's what this is all about.
The first stages run slick and unpredictable, forcing co-drivers to adjust their notes and drivers to trust every call. first service, the toll is clear. Henry is fighting a familiar frustration.
How was it?
The car overheating once again.
Nice, wet, muddy.
Yeah, it was pretty muddy. We're overheating still.
Still.
Like, I don't know what the f to do at this point. I'm gonna have him rip the hood off. I'm so over it.
Mark arrives next and suspects his car is having some issues as well.
How is everything?
We think we bent the rear axle. We got a max speed of about 43. It could just be a lot of mud in the rear wheels, but it's nothing like we've ever felt. So
Really?
we're literally burning the rear tires off. So.
And
Oh, it's in the
Tipman,
back, the shredded one.
another blown tire.
Oh, did you drive on it?
After we got off the stage, we didn't realize it was flat till after we got off.
That's fine.
That's good time.
I was
Yeah, but yeah, I got
gonna see if I
it got
could
ripped up.
determined. Yeah, after you drive on it,
Okay.
that's just fine.
You can't really tell much. Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Not much to see afterwards.
I know Tate to get the same rock.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of us hit the same rock.
Yeah.
The guys behind us did the same thing.
Yeah, it smashed all the way into the wheel.
Did it?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And you can see here, that's where it burst. That's hard to blame the tire for that. I mean, some are more or less durable than others, but
Right.
that was
Like I said, I'd take
crushed
full
it
blame
in
for
that
that
far.
one.
It pinched this against.
The fine dirt has turned to heavy mud, caking every panel, hiding sharp rocks beneath the surface. But in the service park, there's no hesitation. Crews dive in, wrenches turning, fighting the clock to keep their teams in the rally.
Straight. Now go this way. Yep.
The rally presses onward, and with each stage the stakes rise. The race to reclaim time lost requires speed,
Get this car there, Dave.
and speed demands risk. The line between progress and peril grows ever smaller. With every second, they win back.
God damn, Henry.
So, new fronts on, curved fronts to the rear. Okay. Hood back on. Okay. Didn't help, by the way.
We almost got rear-ended by an Audi that pulled off, like had the, we got a warning on the rally, said they were blocking the stage, so we slow way down, no sign of anything for them, we're slowing down, looking for an okay sign. Guy puts his hand out the window, and we can't tell if he's saying stop or go. His glove is red with a black thumb. And when you have a black thumb sticking out in front of a dark, the background, it wasn't until we were like from here to the tent, we're like, oh, he's giving us a thumbs up, because he kept moving his hand too. And then he pulls out right behind us, and then, like, 5 corners later, we hit limp mode. Ah, so many ladybugs, what the hell?
For Tabor Racing, every service is more than repairs. It's family. While crews wrench and rebuild, the Tabors gather, sharing stories, frustrations, and plans for the miles ahead. 3 generations of racers, bound by grit and passion, lifting each other, learning from one another.
I know that your car's name is Ladybug,
I didn't
but this is exceptional.
These are actually, we found out, Nick found out, I did research, these are Asian ladybugs.
Oh, okay, sorry.
They're not actual ladybugs.
I thought this was like her swag instead of giving out like stickers or something.
I know.
This is her
I
end of
was
year
like,
hurrah.
I was like, she's so lucky. All these ladybugs are showing up.
like-
Talking about marketing, this is marketing.
That's right. That's right.
Well, every time I see a
marketing.
ladybug, I think of you. So it's working.
Yeah.
It's been a fun rally. Atmosphere is great. Everybody's super enthusiastic. Stages are fun. I was a little nervous about them heading into them, looking at what the speeds look like. But No, there's enough room there that you can afford an error or two and not wreck yourself at 90 mile an hour. So.
Yeah. All right, razzle dazzle it.
Hit him with the power of the sun. You can hear the engine jump a little bit when this come on. Yeah, these lights are actually like 5% the power of the sun. So, yep. So,
We're hitting everything a lot faster because it's open and much wider turns, so we're hitting everything a lot faster. So I'm actually getting tossed around a little bit. It's harder to read the notes, but other than that, I'm more excited for tomorrow. That FF stage, the new one.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30, right 6.
Hear what's happening?
I heard ran across the stage, so they had to close the stage, get everybody off, re-clear it. So that there was a big gap between them. So
They shut down part of 7. Like there's half of a third of.
I think that's where it was, but
Okay.
because there's already half the field cleared to 7, they went on, did 8. So now everybody's just now getting to 8 to do it. So.
As the day draws to a close, the rally comes to a sudden halt. Spectators on stage bring everything to a standstill, forcing teams to drive into the night. Support teams had no other choice but to wait, bringing their already long day into an even longer night.
It's been a long day. I've done a lot today. Through my first SOS, because, a bunch of got on stage. Well, got on stage, they just walked there, and we're in the middle of the road, and we're coming by at a high rate of speed. I don't know what it was for sure, but it definitely wasn't slow, I'll put it that way. So,
I haven't looked at the times yet, but starting with our low speed factor, usually when they give us a default time, we're picking up speed every rally. That default time is probably more than likely slower than what we would have done if we got to race the stage. But that was a super long stage, and even at transit speed, I almost crashed. So just hit a bit of soft sand and understeered straight off towards the cliff, and luckily I was only doing 30 mile an hour, but I was just thinking at speed that would not be fun.
Yeah, so how was the day? It was pretty decent, actually. I mean, we had a problem, not really a problem on the first stage. The stage went well. No real issues. But when we got on the transit, we had this, when I say wicked vibration, people might talk about that when they take their car to the dealer and like, hey, I got a wicked vibration. But this was we literally were smoking the rear tires because they were vibrating too much. We thought we were actually going to lose the rear window. The hatch was rattling so bad. We pulled over, we tried to scrape mud out of the wheels. Didn't really seem to do anything. So we were like, well, we did have a big hit in there. Maybe we bent the axle. Service fixed it. Turned out just to be just a lot of mud. And we tried to back to the fact that we usually do 3 stages in a row, 4 stages in a row, and these cars pack mud in the rear wheels. And if you do a few stages, you actually either load enough dirt in them that they balance themselves out, or you'll knock everything out of it. And we just did one, and then got it on the highway, tried to go 65 miles an hour. And
well, for tomorrow, it's a bit of a switch up. We got a lot of rocky stuff right there on the start, and so, we got to change things up a little bit in anticipation of those rocks. It works out kind of nice, though, because the first set of rocks is at the end of the first stage, and the next set of rocks is at the beginning of the next stage. So we can manage the tires just right, so we're running a little higher PSI when we hit those. It's not going to hurt us too bad overall.
I think we're second or third at this point. It's pretty close to the top. We took some time off on, I think, 6 and 7. Ran the last one at night, which probably put us at a bit of a disadvantage, but that is rally, what happens. So I stand by my decision, even if it put us on the back foot. Safety is paramount. Please don't walk on the roads.
The final day begins with another park near Marquette. Teams gather together and prepare for the final push of the rally. With only one service for the day, every team must balance speed with survival. It's a day for strategy. And for some, the day will test more than their pace.
Yo, that's what we're teaching you. 110, 6 right, long, tightens 5, 110. Smooth as butter. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Going good for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of pushing at a comfortable pace that's not too risky, and you know, playing strategery game, and you know, that's what we said today was going to need, and that's what it needs. So.
Here comes Mark.
It's not getting as hot, but it's still getting up there.
Did we hit limp mode on the first stage? Hey Zach, we all plan to go down?
I don't think full limp mode.
I haven't been.
We're getting to the point where the light's coming on.
So.
But
You got the wheels on, so yeah.
it likes to choose when it activates its limp mode. But it's tired. It's probably not going to blow up. I can't say the same about the turbo, but yeah.
After two flats on separate stages, Tipman's second tyre failure destroys part of the braking system.
Two flats? Front and rear. Different stages. First one was rear. We changed it right in front of a big crowd of people, and they were loving it. And then the next stage, going down, front went out right at the end, so we limped it out, and Basic luckily was coming through not far behind us, and he was nice enough to give us his spare just so we could get back to service. Wow.
No, every rally I've run on these, I've gotten a flat on. So, I said it's because I'm that much faster on them. Rocks that weren't a problem before are now. This part, we're just trying to bring it home.
The team scrambles to replace and bleed the lines before penalties set in. A reminder of just how vital the service crews are to survival. Stage 12 began like any other for Mark Tabor's steady, focused, familiar. But in an instant, history repeated itself as flames erupted beneath the hood once again.
Let me know if I should throw on SOS. Yes, SOS. Here. Hold on, let me pull the fire thing up.
It's a painful echo of 2023, when Mark's car also caught fire. Just like then, the team escaped unharmed. The damage limited to the car, not the people inside. But the emotions and reminder of how close it all came was hard to handle. Downtown Marquette marks the end of the journey. Fans from across the UP gather to welcome the teams home. A final celebration of speed, grit, and endurance. For the last time this season, the podium awaits. But first, a celebration.
– 100% as difficult as we expected. Flat rock was terrible, like just on the car. Our second run through, that's when we bent the control arm, so we turned into a something's not right. Hey Dylan, look at my steering wheel.
Am I happy with the results of what happened? Absolutely. The goal for this year, in my opinion, for me, was for Henry to be successful, and we as a team promoted and elevated him to do that through sharing information about stages, what's going on during the event. The key was to make sure that we got a car at the end on the podium. And to be first for Henry, that's a win for me.
It's still not real. We couldn't believe it when we saw it in the car. We knew we were taking third, but we knew if we got the power stage, it would change the whole season. So we're still waiting on those results, but hopefully that's the way it comes through, and we might have taken third overall for the season.
You know, I like having a target to chase. It gives me somewhere to go to keep bettering myself, and that's the important part. Is that if you're not taking each stage, if you're not doing each, if you're not learning something each stage, you're not improving yourself, you're not finding the limit. You're not doing it the way that you should be, at least in my opinion. I mean, there's a million ways you can do this crazy thing we called rally. And none of them are necessarily right. Nobody's ever had a perfect event.
It was tough. Last year, we lost the podium of this championship last year at this event by DNFing on the second day with an axle.
That's where you broke it?
Yeah, I just see us go one wheeled into the ground. Yeah. That's
So,
where it went.
done for the day?
Yeah. Done for the weekend. So. And this was reminiscent of it. And there's a point in time where after everything was out, the fire was out, the sweep had gone, everything was done. They were about to transit the rest of the cars through, and I took a walk. I couldn't do it. It was it's hard. It's hard to just be done. We burned a car down in a really bad way. It was very dangerous fire. And this was the same fire, basically.
Okay, so we started off the year on snowdrift. We were both blindsided pretty heavily. We knew there was a lot we didn't learn, or we had to learn. Probably the lowest point was our DNF at Washington. We didn't know how it happened, or what was the exact cause of why we spun out. And Then we figured out my brake issues, and this gave me a bit of a complex with tuning. My trust in the car was completely crushed.
The goal is that this was a learning year. We set our sights. We narrowed the eyes and said, that's what we're doing next year. And my goal, I don't know if it'll happen, but the goal is that we will be in a Peugeot 208 Rally 4. I don't know if it's going to happen, but like all things in motorsport, nothing's solid until you're in the car for the first event. We set our sights on learning the most we could so that we could go into next year ready to take it.
So in future, our whole plan was we just wanted a podium overall in this class. If we've actually taken that, and it looks like we might have, we're probably going to move into Open 2. So that's the plan for next year, and then we're going to try it again next year, just in a different class.
The car's going to live for another day. We live for another day, and we're going to do it again, you know, and that's what it's about. So there's nothing guaranteed in a rally. I said this before. I said it in our movie. I've said it many times. This is not a sport that allows you to just say, oh, I am here in this position, I will be in that position. There's nothing guaranteed. So at the end of the day, we did what we could do, and the plan now is to look forward and plan for next year and the future for the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever it may be.